Got it. Hello, hello, hello. Setting. Yes. Much better tonight.
She's old, yeah, yeah, yeah. So many of us got what to say, but we don't have the mix, but we can listen, yeah. Things that we sharpen our vision, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Negativity getting out of the way, Now listening to us that we bring life, yeah. Plus it's the voice of an angel, yeah. The visionary, extraordinary. That bunny like giving joy to the helpless. With it in bringing life to the dream. That's all we routine and savvy. And she's so, yeah. Transforming one life at a time. The best voice that you have the whole to keep on speaking for us. You're the voice you want to hear. Speaking for us. You have the positivity. Dr. Oje keep on speaking for us. Dr. Oje, visionary, extraordinary. Dr. Oje, visionary, extraordinary.
Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. Whenever you get to view this broadcast, I am just going to quickly hop back on Instagram. It threw me out. So yes, we're going to try to hop back on Instagram, but let's just give it a moment. Okay. Something went wrong. Okay. Anyway, let's get started. Good evening. Good evening. I guess InstaFam is not getting us tonight. It's that kind of night, but guess what? We're live on every other platform. Good evening, YouTube. Good evening, Facebook, LinkedIn, and of course, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and you guys are awesome. Good evening. Welcome to day 20 of our 21 days challenge. So tomorrow is going to be very special. As we round up the broadcast tomorrow, I'm going to be coming live to you at after 6 p.m. tomorrow. So the final broadcast for this 21-day challenge is going to be tomorrow evening. We're not going to do it during the day for very good reasons. So today's topic is, I came on live earlier, and that's why I'm doing it a little bit later at 9 p.m. I know most of you people are already asleep, but I'm sure you'll catch this later. It's fine. All right, so we're talking about expectations, managing our expectations properly. So how do you manage your expectations? So the reason I'm talking about expectations is because after you put a plan in place, you put a plan in motion, you've done all of the needful as much as you can. You've prayed, you've fasted, you've planned, you've strategized, you've done all the things that you need to do to ensure that your goals are met, or you're trying to achieve a certain goal. How do you manage your expectations while you're waiting for your results? And that's what we're going to talk about. So why did we do the 21-day challenge, right? We did the 21 days challenge, just to coincide with 21 days of prayer and fasting that we're doing at church and all the other platforms that I belong to. But it was really nice. It was really important for me to see how the 21 days of having to come on live as a force of, not a habit, but a discipline to share something meaningful with the world, just practicing being able to give life, using my social media platform for good. Sorry, I don't know. It's like just when I get on live is when my throat decides to act up. But anyway, that notwithstanding, nothing is going to stop us. We're going to finish this conversation this evening. It's not going to be long, but it's going to be very, very good. So how do we manage our expectations with faith? I manage my expectations with faith, period. Like when you have expectations for something to happen, you know, over time, I've learned to really just hone in. So I had an aha moment yesterday or 2 days ago. I walked in the house, it was late, and I was just having different thought processes. How many people just like me, you know, when you let your mind drift off to so many different thoughts, and eventually you get to that place where you begin to doubt some of the things that maybe not too far away in the moment of time and space where you believe so strongly in. Like you think so hard on something, eventually something that you believe so much in begins to look like, is that going to happen? And you start to think yourself out of the possibility of it happening. So I found myself in that space. And, you know, I heard this little quiet voice telling me that, you know, the difference between having an expectation, a positive expectation for a good outcome, and just having faith is that while expectations are good, but when you have faith, you put yourself in the position that that thing is already done. And I had to sort of slow myself down so I could really land that thought very well. The difference between having an expectation and having faith is, yes, I expect something's going to happen. I expect it's going to be morning in a couple of hours. I expect certain things are I'm just having those expectations. That's good. But when you have faith, your state of being is very, very different. You are in the state of receiving, like you already have received that thing. You're not just like, oh my God, is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? When you have an expectation, you can still fall into the pit of doubt. Because the more you think about, or the more you have that expectation, no matter how positive it is, chances are high that you will fall into a state of doubt. And then you start to look at all the different reasons why, if not when, this would happen. What if that happens and this doesn't happen? What if this doesn't happen? What am I going to do? But if you have faith, faith is like, it's not, I don't want to say it's like, faith calls those things that are not as though they are. And, you know, throughout this journey, I've had to master that, managing my expectations every single day, managing my expectations for myself, managing my expectations using the word of God, managing my expectations with positive affirmations. But I have to have a lot of faith to really be in a state of joy and happiness, and that state of receiving where I know that I feel good already, even though the thing that I'm waiting on is not here yet. I feel happy, I feel content. I don't need to have anybody, or I don't need to have that situation as a reality, as a tangible evidence for me to have the emotional state of, oh my goodness, I feel so excited that this is already here. So that is the difference between expectations and having faith. And that is how I am learning to manage my expectations. Because it's easy for us to want to talk about meditating, speak positive, have a positive mindset. Those are all very, very good. They're all amazing tools, right? But the difference is you cannot have all of those positive mindsets if you're not backing it up with, sorry guys, if you're not backing it up with a lot of faith. The weather dropped. So guys, the weather dropped and it's like the temperature everywhere is so cold. Today just kind of dropped drastically. So maybe that's the reason why my voice is doing this. But I'm going to finish the live so quickly because I don't like the quality of my voice tonight. Well, maybe it's just because I was doing a lot of talking this weekend. But yeah, that's what I have for you guys, managing your expectations with faith. And I really pray that, you know, this 21 days that I've been on here, some of it has been really good for you, if not all of it. You found some inspiring messages that have helped move the needle forward for you. And this has been able to help build you up positively in some type of way. That's my hope and that's my faith for you. So guys, let's learn how to manage our expectations as we go into this year. A lot of things are going to happen. That's going to be like curveballs that we're not going to be able to do much about. But can we still keep that perspective of no matter what is happening, no matter what is coming my way, I still believe strongly that this is going to come to pass. I still believe that I'm going to get what it is that I've prayed for, what it is that I'm working towards, no matter what the disappointments look like, feel like, and all of the things that life will definitely do. Life is life. Remember, life is going to do what life is going to do. It's our duty to really determine how we respond and how we determine what our outcomes are. Because there's nothing, absolutely nothing that can stand against the will of a man who is determined on a certain course of action, or who is determined in a certain direction. So remember that the spirit of a man, the spirit of a human is so much stronger than all of the things that we see. Because we are not physical, we're not mainly operational on this physical plane. And the sooner we realize how powerful our spiritual dimension is beyond our physical state, we're going to begin to materialize and manifest a lot of good things, a lot of great things. So focus on faith above expectations. Yes, your expectations are good, but faith will keep you on a steady playing field where you're always in a state of reception. You're always receiving. You're always receiving. So it will help actually, what would I say? It would help escalate your expectations. Sorry, guys. I have to get up the live early because my throat is so itchy, and yeah, but I thank God for everything. This is day 20. Thank you guys so much for the love and the support so far. I will be back for the final day tomorrow, day 21. I hope that, you know, that everything that we've done so far has been helpful. If nothing at all, it has put you in a routine of having to commit to doing something and following through with it. That is something that would have been very beneficial to you. So hopefully just doing this sequence of events every day has helped you. I know it has helped me because I'm like, I need to get this done regardless. And the days when I'm not able to, I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? But all right, guys, this is Dr. OJ, the Med Spa professor. Thank you guys so much for everything. I will be back tomorrow. And you know what? I love you. Bye. Mwah.